just junk. It's just so accessible. It's not that kind of scary thing. You think to yourself, oh, I could do that too. That's true, you could. And it might turn out really good. You know, go for it. There's something about it, I don't know, plays into my imagination. It has a story to it already. It's got a history. It's just lying around. It's perfectly good stuff. Once I figured out how to use it, the sky was the limit, so to speak. My name is Vince Hanneman, and this is my work of art, the Cathedral of Junk, in my backyard. What I do is, you know, pretty much this. I've done this in every yard I've ever lived in, one way or another. It just started with some hubcaps along the fence, and then a turned up shopping cart and a toaster. I wasn't thinking to do this when I started this. This is just something that kind of happened. I don't think anybody sets out to do something like this. It was confusing. I didn't really understand what I was doing even. And people started asking me what I was doing and why and everything, and so then I had to do a lot of self-examination about it. I hadn't really consciously thought anything like, you know, why am I doing this? So it was a mystery even to me. And then I realized, hey, you know, really this is just what I've been doing. This is what I always do. This is just me playing in the backyard. The structure just kind of grew organically at first. I didn't really have an overall plan. I didn't realize how big it was going to get. Initially, I did a lot of these towers. This cone shape, I don't know what it is about that cone shape that I'm very attracted to. And then the spaces in between these shapes I like to carve out. I'm always playing with the light. I'm very concerned with how the light and the shadow is out here. So my placement of things has to do with that too. You ever built a fort or a tree house when you were a kid? That's the same thing. I got my first complaint about the third year in, and on and off throughout the years I've had complaints. Then March of this year I got there was another complaint. My neighbor complained, whatever, but this time the city decided that they wanted me to get a building permit. They said that I had an auxiliary structure in my backyard without a permit. In order to get that building permit, I had to tear about half of it down because there's a 5-foot setback from this property line over here. And because of that, all these upper levels were not accessible anymore. All had to be torn down. This process went on for about 7 months. 3 lawyers and hundreds of volunteers. I gave up about 3 times in the middle of all this, and it was important that I did because I don't think anybody realized, you know, how much weight was weighing me down, how much, you know, it actually took to do this. You know, a couple of 3 times I just had to say, forget it, I can't do this anymore, it's not happening. I gave up. But they didn't let me. It was obvious in this last little struggle with the city how much of a part of the community it's become. It's not really just my thing. It belongs to a lot of other people too. It's important to have stuff like this. You know, foster creativity. There's just too much blandness and sameness. You don't know where you are. It's like, is this the McDonald's in San Marcos, or are we in San Antonio already? You get confused. Where am I? You know, when you're here, you know you're here. I'm not done. I could easily see spending another 21 years on it. I don't see that being a problem, you know. If everything works out and I can keep everything going, you know, I'd love to. So it's a life work, yeah, and it's not done. Not anywhere near done.